Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another stream. It's been like 12 hours, I think, something like that, since we turned off the stream. It's good to be back. I'm a little late today, because I'm always late, but I'm going to try and fix that. I'm going to try and get better at being punctual on stream. The heat from my PC is no longer sufficient to keep you warm. It's pretty chilly. Although, actually, I was out last night because I got off stream and we had nothing to eat. So I ran to McDonald's and stepped outside like, oh, I'm going to brave the blistering cold night and venture out in search of food to forage. But it was actually really strangely mild. It was pleasantly warm last night outside. Sarah can testify to that because she was with me. Which it was very strange. It was very strange. And this morning, it looks to have been quite warm too. Because I have like so I drink a pint of water every morning, and I keep it in a jug by like the window, because if it comes straight from the tap in the morning, this time of year it's way too cold. If it's in the fridge, it's way too cold for me to like actually drink it all. So I keep it on the side by the sink. And this morning, it was definitely less cold than it usually is. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that absolutely riveting storytelling? No, it's so I've heard it's supposed to be like getting warmer. Now, you'd be disinclined to believe that. You guys can't really see out this window, but it is very rainy today, very windy. The bins in our garden have been absolutely abused. They've all been knocked over. Oh, there's a bit of a conflict here on this screen between the Monster Cat footage, the Monster Cat emblem where the song is playing and the chat. So I'm going to move you guys up there, maybe a little bit higher there. But then you're going to go off the screen, so I am going to maybe half the size of the chat, a little bit less. Let me fix that real quick. 700 in height. Let's make it 400. 400 pixels in height. Where the fuck is it? Wait, that's the follower alert. That's the chat. Yeah, okay, that's probably a good size. Sorry, I was just making sure that everything looks good on the screen. So actually, it looks like your chat messages aren't coming through very quickly, so I might need to look at, I mean, they were coming through a second ago, but they don't seem to be updating now. I wonder if it's because I've just like fucked with the properties. It might be like I have just changed the properties of that element, so it might not work. Oh, I think I can refresh it actually. See if that fixes it. Unsure. Yeah, I mean, I did just mess with it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it stopped working, but that's fine. Yeah, so I did just, I added chat to stream very recently. I mean, literally, like, I think Friday. And it was working, but was, well, it doesn't appear to be now because I've just changed the properties of the of the input source. Now it looks like I broke it. I was just trying to make it like the right size because I forgot. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, so I forgot that the like Monster Cat song that's playing shows up, so the chat was going under that, so I needed to move things around, but it seems to have broken it, but that's fine. It's fine. It will work next time, I think. I hope. When am I going to start tweeting out live alerts on the Chatterstorm account? Very interesting that you say that, Sam. Because first things first, Twitter is dead. Second thing second, I don't want to be one of those guys, but I've had Blue Sky for about 4 years. I am calling it now. I got Blue Sky, I think, before Elon Musk bought Twitter. I joined the waitlist. It was still in alpha, and I was like, this is the one that's gonna take off. There was like Mastodon, there was Threads. I kind of tried to get into Threads a bit, but I've had Blue Sky for years. I claimed the @SultanJosh years ago on Blue Sky. I have not used it because, look, Blue Sky is great. It is fantastic, and you know what I'm getting to is I set up the Blue Sky last night so that it's kind of pointing towards this stream. So Blue Sky is where you can find me. What is it? @SultanJosh.bluesky.social, bsky.social, I think is like what the URLs look like. But search for Sultan Josh, you'll find me. Drop me a follow. I will be sharing random memes and shit about Magic and the games that I play. I will be sharing travel pictures from my many travels every month. And I will be sharing stream updates. So yeah, if you want to keep up with what's going on in the stream, then it is going to be Blue Sky. And I'm going to add, like you see just below me here, the tags. I'll add Blue Sky there as well. I need to do all of that. But yes, yeah, we're over on Blue Sky now. But yeah, and you know, I feel good about this. I have made, so I have a, I have a small interest in predicting internet's, like how the internet is going to develop and internet trends. I thought that Threads would be bigger than it was. I was very wrong about that. Sometimes I get it very wrong. I thought Threads would be big. Threads is shit. I thought Google Hangouts was going to be the Facebook killer about 15 years ago. I thought like Google released Google Hangouts, which was kind of like a Teams or Slack channel type thing, like a bit like Discord. And I thought Google Hangouts was going to be the fucking like gonna take over the world type shit. I did not anticipate that, one, it would be garbage, and two, that Discord would come along and take over that whole instant messaging sort of space. I did, however, get Threads right. Now, you may ask, if you knew Threads was going to be the one that took off so early, why have you not been using it? Okay, so here's the thing. For one thing, nobody but me used Threads for the past 4 years that I know, right? Sorry, Blue Sky. Yeah, I mean Blue Sky. Nobody but me used Blue Sky. Sarah has it. I got her to sign up to it like 3 years ago. So she's my only follower, and I think I'm her only follower, and neither of us have ever posted. But here's the other thing, okay? So I thought this was a really weird experience of mine. You know how sometimes you have a strange experience with something and then you see it online or you hear someone talking about it and you're like, oh shit, it's not just me? That's unreal. I can't believe it's not just me. So this happened to me with Blue Sky because, let me tell you, so I noticed something about Blue Sky, and I recently heard Pirate Software in a YouTube short talk about the exact same thing, and I was like, oh, thank fuck it's me. It's not just me. Thank fuck it's not just me. And this is the internet is run by furries. Alright, the furries, they really do, like, they call the shots. They rule the internet. And, oh, I saw a chat message, like, fly past there. Do I need to move the chat to the top? Hold on. Chat. Move to top. I saw a chat message fly past and then went, yeah, okay. The internet is run by furries. And I swear to God, I have tried to sort of get into Blue Sky, find people to follow for the past 4 years. Maybe 3 or 4 times I've sort of tried to sort of get into it, see who's on there. And let me tell you who I have followed on Blue Sky for the past 4 years. Wikipedia. Randall Munroe, who makes the XKCD comics. And the developers of Blue Sky. And that is it, because I swear every other channel on there was a furry. Whenever there is something new, like, so my theory is this, okay? My theory is this. Furries are among the most ridiculed and vilified communities on the internet. Nobody fucking has time for furries. Nobody likes furries, but it is a lucrative business, and there are so many of them. So where the furries go, like, they are the first ones to leave and go to a new platform, and where the furries go, that's where everyone else is going to end up. Because all the furries go there so that nobody, like, you know, they have their own space, nobody laughs at them. And then they make a bunch of content, and they do a bunch of stuff together, and they share a bunch of stuff, and they make a bunch of money, and then that brings in everyone else. So furries are like... furries are the canary in the coal mines for the internet and for social media. Yeah, they are internet pioneers. Absolutely they are. And that, Your Honor, is why there's so much furry stuff in my internet history. It's research. It's research on the future of the internet. Thought Blue Sky was exclusively only for celeb drama and fight leaks. So this is the concern I had, right? I thought, like, okay, so look, I'll level with you guys. I'm not a furry. Never been into furry stuff. I don't have anything completely, totally against it, but, you know, just, never... I'm not, right? And so when I went over to Blue Sky, I was like, why the fuck is their algorithm feeding me so much furry content? Like, what is this? What have I done online that has resulted in the Blue Sky algorithm thinking that I need to be fed all of this furry content? And so I didn't ever talk about it because I was a little bit ashamed. I was a little bit scared, like, oh fuck, what if, like, Blue Sky's not full of furries? It's just that's what they think I want to see for some reason. It sounds to me like if all you're seeing is celeb drama and fight leaks on Blue Sky now, that is their algorithm. I am going to say hearing Thor from Pirate Software like mimic this sentiment about the furry content on Blue Sky, that was a weight off my shoulders, because that told me they're not feeding me furry content via the algorithm because they think I want to see it. It's just all they have. It's just all they had for years was a bunch of furry content. So, yes, there was a lot of nature and space photos. And this is because, okay, well, you know, waxing political a little bit here, but the Blue Sky was created in response to, like, right-wing presences growing on Twitter. So a lot of the core audience were left-aligned and liberal. The chat clips aren't really coming through properly on stream over here, are they? Over here? Oh, I need to look into how to fix that. Because they're acting real weird. Oh, I think I see. Oh, they're all below, that's why. It's only showing the top. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I know why. I know why. I know why. I can fix this. I know why this is. Bear with me a sec. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Did we fix it? I just need to... I'm just going to reposition it. Refresh it. There we go. Fun fact. Dad used a dodgy website to buy those Liverpool Real Madrid tickets, so he got scammed. So Lucas and I are no longer going. Oh no, Sam! Oh no! Seriously? That is... Oh, that's so equal parts hilarious and really upsetting. You have been looking forward to that for ages. I'm so sorry. When is the match? Is it in a few days? What site did he buy them on? Don't share it here. Okay, well, Demto's Yummy is a tough name to say on stream, but welcome in, welcome to the chat. Yeah, so Sam has been talking about looking forward to this match all month. It's a hilarious name. Welcome in. It's not one that I need something else to call you though, my man. And I need... You've got a DTY or something. Morning, bearded man. How you doing, my man? Clearly not a European. You got like I'll call you Toes. I'll call you Toes, but that's I'm not saying the full name. Yeah. So he. How much? Do you know how much it cost him? Call me shithead for all I care, my guy. I mean, Toes will do. Toes will do. Shithead seems unnecessary. I don't think that's going to be required yet. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I haven't done anything wrong just yet. Top of the morning to you, bearded manor. I don't know how much they paid, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you got to be stoic about it. It is what it is. That is heartbreaking, though. I know you were really looking forward to it. That is really sad. And, you know... Oh... Getting scammed does feel bad. That's a real shame, Sam. I'm gutted for you. At least you don't have to travel to Anfield to see them lose. Yeah, now you can see them lose from the comfort of your own home. I can just imagine him clicking the first bot scam link sent to his DMs. Yeah, man. You just know that, like, the URL of the site was, like, cheapliverpooltickets.net. Oh, man. Okay, so, I mean, lesson learned. Next time he offers to buy football tickets, you buy him. You buy him. You tell him how much they were. He'll pay you back. At least he probably learned his lesson. I doubt it, my man. I doubt it, Toes. Yeah, I doubt he has. Old people don't. Old people just don't learn. Oh, do you know what? That's a little ageist. Is there a better way to say that? Often, people who fall victim to scams like this are exactly the kind of people who end up being repeat victims. Like, yeah. Especially when it comes to like the internet and online websites. I'm not surprised at all that he doesn't have the kind of, I'll say, like, internet savviness to scope out what is and isn't a legit site. So yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if this happened again. Oh, absolutely gutted. I'm so sorry, Sam. Well, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. We should get to the game. So let's cut across to arena. We're going to be playing some standard today. Now, at least you didn't get scammed. I mean, you got Hope scammed, I suppose. It's not the first time it's happened with him. Well, okay. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. Look, let's cut across to arena. We're going to be playing standard Naya Overlords today. So this deck, I'm pretty new with it. I'm making a kind of return to standard, and so I am struggling a lot with this deck. There's a lot to think about, like, because you just have to think about every single land and all the sequence, and then it's tons. You have to think about like enabling Lightning Helix or up the Beanstalk on turn 2. You have to splash blue-black for Xur. It's tough. Yeah, we call it footy. See, every time I say that, I'm just thinking of a foot job. Well, do you know what? Maybe your name is appropriate, Toes. But yeah, we call it footy. Yeah, certainly appropriately named. All right. So this is what we're gonna play. And I definitely I have no idea what's going on in standard right now. So there's like a ton to think about, and I'm sort of still getting back into it. I have been into standard in the past, and I have been good at standard before. But this deck is a complex one. It might be smarter to actually just go play an easier deck while I get used to the format. But this deck looks fun. It looks real fun. I have seen, however, very recently, I have seen people cut the Lightning Helix from this deck and play Scroll Shift instead. Yeah, I'm doing Domain Overlords. The difference is we're playing Xur as well. So I believe Xur is I don't know actually. Again, I've been out of standard for a while, but I saw this deck list with Xur, Xur Eternal Schema, and I thought that sounds cool. That sounds cool. It's a fun thing to do. Make all of your Overlords Death Touch, Lifelink, Hexproof. The frickin' Overlord of the Boiler Bilges having Death Touch is pretty broken, and Lifelink. It's just all good. Yeah, it seems like a fun deck. It's just very hard to make decisions. Especially when you don't know the format, and I don't even know what all the lands do. I've been playing limited for months, and so I'm just I'm out of practice with standard. So we're warming up in standard at the moment. Yeah, so I was questionable on Lightning Helix. I think I'm not going to change the deck just yet, but this is definitely a question I want to ask. Is Lightning Helix better than Scroll Shift? Because I've seen some people having success with this deck on like MTGO deck lists, running to Scroll Shift instead of the Lightning Helix. So I'm thinking about that. I am thinking about it. But let's find out. Let's jump into a game and let's see how it feels. So I'm going to switch over to game sound. We're playing some Best-of-3 standard. Yeah, we're playing Best-of-3. I don't mind Best-of-1 limited. I like Best-of-3 limited too. But I'm not a big fan of Best-of-1. I guess it's useful for ranking up, but I'm a bit of a traditionalist. Like I like sideboarding. I like the slower format in Best-of-3. You've been having a great time with the Selesnya Overlords deck. Did you figure out any kind of counter plan against the Boros burn decks? Oh, sorry, I had sniffles. Main decking 3 Elspeth Smite, fair enough. You ran Lockdown instead of Helix. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, and actually, this is the current meta for this deck list is temporary Lockdown and Scroll Shift instead of the Helix. I can't remember what else. I might look at some deck lists. Like we'll play a game, but then maybe I'll look at some deck lists. And actually, what I would love to do is look at some standard deck lists to get familiar with what we're going to play. And if you guys are up for it, if it's not too boring, we could put together a sideboard guide for this deck. Figure out what we would sideboard in against various decks in the format. As you can see, it's been so long since I played any constructed at all that we're in bronze. So we should have a fairly easy time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is this a keep? Also, why is the resolution weird? Let's just set it to ultra and see what happens. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it was really it's not a keeper. Oh yeah, no, this is just red, isn't it? Yeah. See, this is what I mean. I'm getting used to this lands. Alright, so this is pretty rough too. But I do think I have to keep this and hope for the best. Put one of those back. Nah, I really don't like mulling. Well, when the opponent keeps 7, I'll just take the loss rather than mull again, mull down to 5. I would rather have to get lucky to win this game than mull to 5. I think our odds are better of getting lucky. And this is good. We have red and green, and that kind of gets us to Overlord of the Hauntwoods at least, which then turns on all of our colors. Gives us white and another green. So this is okay. It's just slow. You have 0 cards in hand right now. Nah, yeah, it's just slow. Like if we get to turn 3, we get the Overlord of the Hauntwoods down. Then that turns on all our lands. That enables all our spells, and like we drew the land there, so this is fine. Opponent is. I really had to think about that swamp. Well, Best-of-3, it's Golgari, Ramp, Boros tokens, white control mostly. Well, I mean, I'll have to take your word for it. This is what I need to know. I'm so out of touch with the format. Been playing it for all of since Friday. We played it on Friday for about an hour or two, and we're playing it now. Mosswood Dread Knight. Decisions from the opponent. So we'll go through on Spire Verge. Next turn we'll ramp. We'll take some damage off this Dread Knight, but nothing to be done. If this is a Glisser, that's rough. Unholy Annex is also rough, but if they unlock the other side of it and then we Sunfall them, that's pretty good. We name Avatar. We make a land. So we have the Leyline Binding. We've got Lightning Helix. We've got Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. So, okay, alright. Archfiend of the Dross. Not drawing the land is rough. Not drawing the land is rough. What do I need to do? I guess I could get lost the Archfiend, but I don't like having Unholy Annex down. So if I leyline binding that, get lost the Archfiend, is that good enough? Do I try and draw land? Do I go Beanstalk, leyline, that's drawing 2 cards, find a land, play it, and then get lost the Archfiend? Risky, but I think we've got to take some risks. Yeah. That's not bad. Let's see if we can hit our land drop. We cannot. Let's play the other leyline binding and try and hit our land drop. Take out the Unholy Annex. There's a land. Let's play this on Wizard. Zera's a wizard, right? Zera's a wizard? Yeah. So we have Zera online as well, which is pretty good. That's going to gain us all of our life back, potentially. Okay, drawing with the Dread Knight, I like to see Caustic Bronco. So we could Sunfall. We could Sunfall. But we could also just kill the Bronco with an Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. That seems better right now. Get them to commit to the board a little more. I want to cast this with Impending because I want to follow it up with a Sunfall. Is that what I want to do? I could also just slam Zer, attack with the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, gain a bunch of life, but then they do have the attack back with the Bronco. Wait, no. Zer is 3 to make a tap land. Yeah, then they have the attack back with the Bronco. So, wait. Why? Oh, I'm browsing. Oh, I've already cast this. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this as an enchantment. Take out the Bronco. I will drop the... Have I played a land? Must have done. Yeah, so we hold up Lightning Helix. We try and get the opponent to commit a bit more to the board, and then we Sunfall it. Then we take over the game. The one thing you have to worry about in this deck is Nissa. Well, we have Get Lost open for Nissa. Nissa is like 7, right? But then 2 for Phyrexian. So she could come down for 5. But if she comes down for 5, she's on 3 loyalty, I think. So we can Helix her. So we have a Get Lost for Nissa. That's what I'm saying. And also with 2 Overlords, we can put a lot of pressure on Nissa. Yes. Oh, draw. Play out both your Overlords. I'm on 9. Put a lethal threat on the board. Oh, Glisser. Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to hold the Helix for a Glisser. I don't know if they're going to play these 2. So I kind of want to just Sunfall this. I'm going to... Does Sunfall... It doesn't hit the land, so... I will Sunfall a Dread Knight. I'm getting all my card names wrong? What do you mean? Oh, Toes is getting all their card names wrong? Sunfall? Is it not called Sunfall? You're talking to me? Sam, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Yeah, double Dread Knight is pretty bad in the face of Zer. So let's go Plains. Let's go Zer. Let's trigger one of these and hold up a Get Lost. Let's make it the Boiler Bilges. These aren't indestructible, are they? So I'll take out Dread Knight. Yeah, we'll leave up a Get Lost. I'm gonna Sunfall the Dread Knight, plays Helix on the Dread Knight. Fuck off, Sam. if all they've done in this game is freaking Dread Whispers. They've Dread Whispers like 5 times. So yeah, they have to punch through the Zer to get rid of our Overlords. Is this? Okay, scooped it up. That was on a Malta 6. When does becomes? Oh, it's permanent. Shit, I thought it was like I thought the activated ability was like until end of turn or something, but it is just permanent. Okay, so against Golgari, if Nissa is the scary thing, I don't really think we need to sideboard anything. What are they going to bring in against us? Probably the enchantment removal. Yeah, we want Paw Patch for what? Bats? Kills demons. Oh, and the demon room. Yeah, that's a good point. Helix is mid, I think. Because it, like, the knights are pretty persistent. Yeah, maybe, like, and I don't give a shit about the knights, really. So maybe Helix out, Paw Patch in. Helix is nice for the Glizzy. That's true. That is true. I wonder if Smite is better, though. Smite's got to be better than Helix. Smite's got to be better than Helix. And... well, let's see. Maybe Leyline Binding is not as good because they are going to bring in Terra Sunders, right? Zer can at least give our Overlords Hexproof, but Leyline Binding is pretty fragile. Glyssa just hard blocks all your enchantment creatures. Not if they have... Oh, yeah. So maybe I'm supposed to cut one of each Overlord. Fuck, I have no idea. Let's just trim some Overlords. I don't know if that was right at all, but that's why I want to put together a bit of a sideboard guide, so we have a bit of a plan. Okay. This is good. We need to find one more land. We have an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We have our sideboard card. I don't think this deck normally runs Reanimate, so Helix should have been fine. If you say so. Oh, there's a second Cavern of Souls. Is that good enough? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Dread Knight, we go Cavern of Souls, we name Avatar. Exiling the Dread Knights is decent, yeah. And since we have like Sunfall, Leyline Binding in hand, we're about to, yeah, I'll exile a Dread Knight. Let's see if they have a Glyssa to follow up. If they do, we actually don't have an answer next turn. So maybe I was supposed to just take the 3 there. I think I was supposed to just take the 3 there. Because, like, Glyssa means I cannot play Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Don't mind seeing another Dread Knight. No sweat there. So, we go... This one's on Avatar, right? Yeah, so we'll go Cavern of Souls, name Wizard. I'm sure they'll have a Terra Sunder for this, but we need the land more than anything else. They might have a frill back. There's a Glisser. Land. No land. Okay. I mean, this could just be Xur. No, there's no sense playing out Xur before I can do anything with it. So this is just Leyline Binding a Glisser. So I could have Xur'd and held up. No, I couldn't. Leyline Binding. I think they're gonna try to tear asunder this. Nope, they do not have the tear asunder because that was way too fast. Paw Patch food and a draw. Seems very reasonable. There's an Issa. What's it gonna do? Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So we Leyline Binding that, and then draw land and Sunfall. Yeah, we draw land, we Paw Patch formation. No, we can't Paw Patch formation because these are colorless. Yeah, so they destroy the Leyline Binding. I'm going to Leyline Binding the Nissa. What I could also do is Leyline Binding the Glisser. I need to find land though. Yeah, I do just have to find this. I can't, like, there's a few other plays that are really good if I draw land, but that's too much of an if.
You can't resist the inevitable.
Okay. Pretty rough not drawing yet another land. But we have Leyline Binding, we have Paw Patch formation. I think it's going to be the same thing again. Let's get the opponent to commit to the board. We have one more turn to draw land. I would like to draw with Paw Patch formation here. Leyline Binding. They haven't had the enchantment removal, other like the instant speed enchantment removal yet. Maelstrom Pulse. Destroy target non-land permanent. And all others. That's good. Okay. Good on ya. Maelstrom Pulse. I didn't even know this was a card. And it comes back with 7 loyalty. That's rough. Make an 8/8. Okay, make food, draw card. Land, Sunfall. And then Leyline Binding Xur, throw the Overlord at it. If they kill the Overlord, we bind the Nissa. If they make a 9/9, then we bind the 9/9, play Xur, and attack Nissa. Yeah, if Overlord gets destroyed by Nissa, then we have this incubator to pressure Nissa, but we can also just bind Nissa. It's not... Oh, that's rough. Double Planeswalker.
Power of the Arc tear this place. This will be
Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature
I've
with
made
flying.
Lots of friends in this
They're
town.
upticking Vivian. Caustic Bronco. So they're going to have to downtick with Nissa. And we draw Overlord of the Mistmores. So, what do I need to do? I need to... Xur has flying. Oh, so Vivian's really good. Vivian is really good against that. Which one of these do I need to bind? Just can't do anything. I guess Overlord of the Mistmores does pressure. See, the thing is, if I play Xur, is it Xur? Is it Leyline Binding and Incubate? It might be Leyline Binding and Incubate. Right, so I get the Nissa off the field.
You will soon realize your error.
I incubate this. Attack Vivian.
Strike me, and you strike nature.
Pass. They sack the Vivian, get back the Nissa. No, they uptick Vivian.
I never run out of answers.
Archfiend to the Dross off the top, but I can deal with that. I can deal with that because we have 4 patch formation in hand. They're out of stuff to do. So, if I poor patch here, next turn I have 5 mana. I can play Zer, turn Leyline Binding into a creature, attack the Vivian, force them to block with the Bronco. That's good. So, destroy target creature with flying. Oh, there's a Get Lost. I still think our play is better if we pressure the Vivian. They draw a card. Should I just Get Lost the Vivian? I do like getting Zer down. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Now they chomp. Vivian goes down to 1. She is barely a threat anymore. If we draw a frickin' land, we can play and animate an Overlord of the Mistfalls. And we can do that at instant speed. So we don't even need to commit to that. We can hold up Get Lost. So I would love a land off the top. Love an untapped land off the top. We have Get Lost for the Archfiend. I would love an untapped land off the top. Yeah, okay, so we are just going to Get Lost an Archfiend. Lush Portico. Up the Beanstalk. That's good next turn. Leyline Binding has Hexproof, yeah. Let's go to attacks. Let's go you and you there, you there. And we're in great shape. We have navigated through everything that they had that was scary.
Not bad for a mouse.
Thanks, Maya. We're doing well this game, so your support is clearly working. They make a 6/6. Okay, so tough. I think we have to do this, draw a card. There is an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Boiler Bilges is very good. So we have no attacks here, but can I play this for 6 and it immediately has enchantment creatures have death touch, so I can kill the 6/6 with it. Do you have follow alerts on still? I do. I do have follow alerts on still. And on that note, if you are enjoying the stream, drop me a follow. It's kind of the only way, other than like chatting, it's the only way to show me that you like the stream. So I would appreciate it. I would appreciate a follow. We're gonna map up the demon. Well, the death touch from Boiler Bilges is gonna deal with it no matter what. Shoulder. Preacher of the Schism. Draw a card. Yep. This is fine. So, Mistmoors is a 7/7. 7/7. So I think this is pretty simply play the 6/6. It does come in with Death Touch, I'm sure. Or maybe I just take out the shoulder now. Because the 7/7 isn't really a threat right now. Shouldered is more of a threat. I'll take out the Machete. Not Sunfall. We are not going to need it. So we've got no attacks. Let's be patient. Next turn we attack with Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. We take out the other, the 7/7. We trade it with a Preacher, probably, but that's fine. Oh, do you know what? Maybe that's not even good. Yep, Dread Knight, 4 mana left. They are drawing a ton of cards. I would love to find an answer for the Ritual Chamber. But we're drawing a ton of cards too. Yeah, I'm not worried about the 7/7, you're right. It just means I can't attack. Okay, opponent spilled out their whole hand. Should I draw or should I surveil? Let's surveil, see if we can find an answer for the Annex. I guess I'm just going to drop the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. And I should drop it with Impending, right? Yeah, I'm going to drop it with Cast with Impending. Because we can animate them both, and maybe I'm just supposed to swing. They have one Death Toucher and a 7/7. So actually, I could take out the 7/7 and attack with everything, and just put them under so much pressure. I think that's good. I think I'm going to do that. You don't think this is it? You don't think this is it, Sam? I destroy the demon. They trade one of these big creatures with the with the Preacher. They maybe gang up on the... Yeah, maybe they trade here. They trade these two here. We still have a bunch of... Oh, actually, they get their Nissa back. Don't want them to have their Nissa back. But if they trade here, they trade here, we make 2 more 2/1s, we destroy this. I'm gonna do it. Wait, did it just deal 1 and 4? Oh no, that's fine. Oh, okay. I thought it didn't kill the other Dread Knight. That would have been weird, man. Oh, it's got Death Touch, that's right. They are finding... They're drawing a lot of cards. Can they do anything that saves them? Next time we have an attack, we have 8-9 in the air. Glissa on the defensive. That ain't good. We can attack with the... We can attack with the 3-3, to be honest. Well, we'll start with the Beanstalk. We'll use this Cavern of Souls. Oh, scooping it up. Easy peasy. Deck's fun! The deck is fun. It definitely is, there's so much to think about. Like, just the amount of... there's the amount of decisions I'm sure I'm supposed to be making that I'm not. With land, like when to play certain lands is super tough. It looks like Arena has crashed, guys. It looks like Arena has crashed, but you know, small indie game company Wizards of the Coast have done their best on this game, and you just can't expect it to run perfectly all the time, you know. They really try their hardest. And sometimes when you play games from small indie companies like Wizards of the Coast, sometimes you've got to deal with a few kinks along the way. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a short break, just 5 minutes. I'm going to refresh my drink. I'm going to stretch my legs a little. And I'm going to restart my freaking game. So I'm going to whack on some music. We're going to cut to an intermission. I'll be back in 5. I implore you to take a rest too. If you're watching the stream, if you're playing Magic or anything else right now, take a rest. Just get up, do some squats. Do some squats. Do some squats, Sam. I want One Punch Man training from you. I want 100 squats, 100 press-ups, run 10K. Is that what he does? And like eat breakfast or something? I want that. I want that every day. Oh, I expect that from all of you. It's 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. is like perfect time to... What is that supposed to mean? Are you telling me 11 is 11 a.m. too early? I'm taking a break. Be back in 5, guys. Yo, we are back. What's going on here? By the way, Josh, we figured out how to split the music audio from the stream so that the music only plays while live. That's how you avoid DMCA. You can only get DMCA'd if clips VODs have music in them. So, I appreciate your concern, Moderator Sam. Moderator Cabbage, to use your full name. Couple things there. One, yes, I have. There are separate audio tracks for the game, my voice, the media that plays, like the music. So that's one thing. Second thing, the music stays in anyway, because I have a license for all of this music. So it's all provided by Monstercat, and you can pay for a license with Monstercat. They're a studio that produces music, and then you can use any of their music on stream and in videos. You just have to share your channels with them so that they know what to not copy strike, basically. So I have done that. So the music stays in the VODs. I don't use it in the YouTube videos. I guess I might one day, but I don't right now. But it stays in all the VODs because I should run into no issues with Monstercat copywriting their music, because it is copyrighted music, but I pay for the rights to use it. On that note, if you do want to catch any of the stream VODs, they're all up on youtube.com/saltandjoshvods. Twice a week going forward, we are going to have an edited Magic the Gathering gameplay video going up on youtube.com/saltandjosh. That's the main channel. And I very, very recently optimized my Blue Sky to be focused on this content. So if you want stream updates, you want deck lists, you want pretty shit memes, follow me on Blue Sky. I don't know how to say a Blue Sky handle yet, but I think it's... I'm Salt and Josh on Blue Sky, so I think it's at saltandjosh.bsky.social, saltandjosh.bluesky.social. I think all Blue Sky accounts have bluesky.social at the end. Anyway, what's the YouTube channel? Yeah, it's because it is also new. So for anyone who's new here, I am pretty new to streaming. I've been streaming for about a month. I made the YouTube channel over the last couple of weeks. I made the Blue Sky. Well, I've had Blue Sky for a while, but I made the Blue Sky like last night. So it is Salt and Josh. It is youtube.com/@saltandjosh. If you search for it, you should find it, but it is hard to find right now because there is only like 1 or 2 videos up there, and it's just super new. So you might have some trouble finding it. That won't be the case once I get the content flowing, which I'm planning to. This week is going to be a crazy one. So we are streaming today. Thank you for being here for that. Usually we would stream on Tuesday evening and Friday evening. But this week that's not going to be the case because I am away. I'm on a work trip out in the Middle East. So I'm going to be away till Friday. So we're going to have the stream today, and then I'll be back for a stream next Sunday. And then after that, so unfortunately, well, I mean, there are some fortunate things about the situation, but I travel a ton for work. I'm abroad like every month. And so that does get in the way of me being able to stream consistently. I try my best, and I try and do impromptu extra streams when I know I'm going to have to miss one in future, like we did last night. However, all of December and almost all of January, I'm going to actually be in one place. I'm not going to have any work travel lined up, so that's going to be real nice. That's going to be some time for me to just focus on the stream and focus on Magic. I feel like I've barely got to play any Duskmourn because I was so busy. So definitely I'm enjoying Foundations. I like this set. It just feels like classic Magic to me. I know it's a little boring for some people. I understand that. But hell, I like it a lot. I think it's super, super fun. It just feels like old school Magic. It feels like classic Magic, and I do quite like that. So I am going to be playing a ton of Duskmourn over... sorry, not Dustborn. A ton of Foundations over December and through January. And we're going to be in much more of a good flow with the stream. So if you want to catch all of that, subscribe. I mean, wait, not subscribe. Follow the Twitch channel. Or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to catch it there. Whatever your preference. I have been playing a lot of Limited. I'm enjoying Standard a ton though. So I've been, maybe we'll switch to Standard for a bit. I do like Constructed, it's a lot of fun. Anyway, the game is back up, so let's cut across. I'm gonna just take off my jumper while we jump into a game because it's getting quite warm. What I should do is get the follow bot to link to the Blue Sky and the YouTube channel, really. That's what yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that at some point. Let me pause the music. I find it incredibly distracting while I play. But you know, if you guys want to listen to it, actually we can make that happen, so I can have it muted for myself, have it playing for you guys. But I do think it is just distracting, so I am happy to have it off. But let me know what you guys think. Okay, so this is green, and then we have up the beanstalk. Opponent goes first. Because we have up the beanstalk and herd migration, I think we're gonna have to... Yeah, this is a keep. Maybe Lightning Helix can keep us alive at Stimir mid-range. Never you mind. Bit early for Monster Cat. It is pretty heavy music. They don't do much chill stuff, you know. Okay. So we'll name Avatar. I don't like playing into a Fairy Mastermind. Would I get lost Fairy Mastermind? Probably. But I'd rather just herd migration, I think. What is this? I need a forest or a plains. Do I have to go get the plains, or can I go and get... Oh yeah, I don't have the land for Get Lost anyway, so this is a herd migration. Oh, am I supposed to go get the white? Is double white more important than having the red for the Lightning Helix? I think double white's probably more important. There is no reason to do that on my turn, Sam. You are correct. Okay, Creature of the Schism. Ugh, alright. So, when this attacks me, if I have more life, they make a 1/1 with lifelink, that's fine. So, I'm gonna pass the turn, hold up Get Lost. Yeah, you gotta play the mind games. You gotta play the mind games, even in bronze. So we're playing in bronze because I have been away from Constructed for a long time. So I've D-ranked all the way. I'm fine with them making a 1/1. What mana cost is Kaito? Am I supposed to take this 2? I'm gonna take the extra 2 and Get Lost at their end of the turn. Another Creature of the Schism. It's going to start drawing them cards, right? Which is pretty rough. But I'm going to Get Lost this so I can start drawing cards with up the beanstalk. I am not a natural bronze player. Not that there's anything wrong with being a natural bronze player, but I'm not. This is not Overlord of the Mistborns. That's not very good. Here, this is Cavern of Souls tap. Get the Beanstalk in play. Spell Pierce? Stab? No. Well, let's name Wizard. And hope we draw a land, and then they're gonna draw 2 cards here. That's really rough. They're gonna have like a fully stacked hand against ours. Oh, Phantom Interference. I don't even know what that card does. Is it the counter target spell unless its opponent pays like 1, 2, or 3 or something? What is the spree cost? 2? Plus 2, so they need 3 mana to do it? Gonna be tricky to get a Sunfall through. We have no castable cards in hand. That is really rough. That is really rough. Alright, we're gonna have to just Overlord, right? Like, if they have Phantom Interference, maybe they use it here. They didn't. Is Hauntwoods any good in this spot? We have double Sunfall. Next turn we can... Yeah, I think it, like, we have the Leyline Binding in hand, so I think making the Every land is good. We could have Binding instead of Overlord. Oh, because these have the land types, yeah. Opponent has cut downs in hand. Okay. Oh, they're drawing so many cards. It's gross. And we know that they've projected a Phantom Interference, so we're going to have to get around that somehow. And they have a lethal clock on us anyway. If they have a single counter spell, we're just going to lose. Lightning Helix might carry us a little bit of the way. Next turn, Helix plus Leyline Binding is probably what we're going to have to do. But these creatures are brutal. Yeah, we were just a little too slow. I think we were like 1 turn off curve. Well, Bat's pretty bad here. Is it a 2 mana counter spell? Is it? Then you must only have to pay 1. So untapped land here means we can Sunfall. 2 mana pay 2? That's good, dude. That feels a little unfair. And we know there's an Overlord on top, so that doesn't really work anyway. Ugh. Tap land, holding up their counter spell. So I have to play this. I don't think a second one is what we need here. I have to go green, colorless. Hold up red, white, and yeah, I just have to do this, right? What the fuck am I... What the fuck am I doing tapping like that? Tap this, and no, not that. This. Mana is hard in this deck. Wait, why are you tapping these 2 lands? This is the avatar one, so green, green, colorless. Oh, okay, it's just right. I am impending it because I need to hold up the lightning helix, or we're just dead. Although I guess they have the phantom interference in hand, so maybe we're just dead anyway. Oh, we're just dead anyway, right? Does phantom interference only hit non-creature spells? I don't fucking know. I need to learn these cards. It must only hit non-creature spells then. It hits all spells, and it's 2 mana, pay 2. That seems like a really versatile spell. I don't even know what the other modes are on it. But this is kind of a last-ditch effort. That's a going rate for 2 mana counters these days. Bad enough. Dimir midrange is a really tough matchup for us. Going for the throat so that I don't gain their life and they get a lethal swing. So they did not have the counter spell. They didn't have the counter spell. Played around it for nothing. Against Dimir midrange, I think Up the Beanstalk gets a lot worse. Against a Preacher of the Schism, none of our kill spells hit it. Pretty rough. Bats, Preachers, Sunfall's gotta be bad. We're just not gonna get it through. Let's see. What's good against them? Is Paw Patch good against them? They have a lot of flyers, but none of my kill spells hit the Preachers. You think Sunfall's necessary? Doesn't feel like it. But I think Up the Beanstalk is definitely worse. Is Paw Patch formation better for a bat? It might be. No. Yeah. 2 Paw Patch, cut 2 Beanstalk. I don't know. I don't know. I just think Fairy Mastermind is so strong against Beanstalk that I think taking a couple of them out is fine. Well, we have Beanstalk and we can get it under. We can get it under a Fairy Mastermind. You think in this matchup you just have to take it? Yeah, maybe. Like, you just have to accept Fairy Mastermind as fact, as inevitable. Cool. It's better than a duress. Better than a duress. So we go. Get an island online. Up Beanstalk. We have no white. I mean, I guess, yeah, I didn't think about the fact that we have no playable spells. So I don't know if this was keep in hindsight. I kind of want to just play Dimir mid-range. Kaito on the top. Opponent kept a 1-land hand, potentially. Dimir mid-range is a bit more me, yeah. Oh, Kaito in the graveyard. Yeah, Dimir decks are definitely my kind of thing. Second Xur is just about the worst thing we could have drawn. This is bad. This is bad. We're in a bad spot. This was a bad keep.
Closely.
Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got them. Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
If we don't draw anything that we can play, that's so annoying, because that's like right on the verge of, no. We can't remove Kaito this turn, this game's over. That was way too slow. Way, way, way too slow. Okay, let's do something real quick. Well, actually, I was going to say, should we put together a sideboard guide? But I don't think so. No, let's just play. I don't think I know enough about the decks in Standard to put together a sideboard guide. I would need to like look at deck lists and think about it. And we can do that. And it might help me get a bit more familiar with Standard more quickly too. You think the deck's not got enough early plays? It's definitely a late game deck. It's definitely like it leans towards a control deck. It's ultimately I think it's like a ramp deck. It plays most like it feels most like a ramp deck. Good land, up the beanstalk. This is keepable. And we go, we lead on the back street, and then we go into Hushwood Verge, right? Boiler Bilges. It's a keep. We need another red land, but I think it's a keep. Hushwood Verge, up the beanstalk. Herd Migration's not bad at all. Golgari. Okay. We're gonna Herd Migration this turn, so let's... need to do that before I play the land. Yeah, I do. Go get a mountain. And then I want the Thorn Spiral line. More Golgari. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Golgari. I don't mind playing against Golgari. Let's get the Boiler Builders online. We're off to a fantastic start here. 3 Sunfalls might be a bit much. Maybe we just go Sunfall, Sunfall, Sunfall. And then attack with Boiler Bilges. We ain't got nothing else to do. Am I going to Leyline Binding that, or am I just going to Sunfall it? I think I'm just going to Sunfall it. I'll take the 2. Well, now I have a better play. Now I can impend an Overlord and binding the Shoulder. Right? Yeah. That is how that works, right? So I think that's better. We make the land, we play the Archive. There's a Get Lost on top. With 3 Sunfalls in hand and a Leyline Binding, I say we just look Berserk. Let's Binding this now. And then, yeah, like, I think we're in a fine spot here. Actually, I should have kept the Get Lost for any, well, for that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, so we can go up the Beanstalk and Sunfall. This is can I? Yeah, that's better here, definitely. Ugh. Sunfall just gets so bad. Like, these Sunfalls are absolutely dead cards now, but fine. Opponent is down to 7. Yep. Get Zer off the field. Llanowars. And attack. Brave. They have a kill spell? They do. So now we can get some value out of these Sunfalls. Opponent is going to kill themselves with their own Sunfall is 5. Let's hold up the option to play something for 3, like an Overlord. Yeah, let's just Sunfall now. Yeah, their Ritual Chamber is probably going to kill them. Like, yeah, that Overlord right there. That's what we kept the mana open for. Love to see it. This is tapped, this is tapped, this is tapped. So let's go Forest. We have explicit and total control of this game. Archfiend of the Dross. Mosswood Dread Knight, draw a card. Play a land, play it out. Llanowar Elves. Sunfall. Fuck it, we Sunfall. Okay. Golgari. So, yeah, against Archfiend and Annex, Paw Patch is really good. Against Glisser, Helix and Smite are really good. So, or a lot. Do they have Preacher of the Schism in this deck? They do run Preachers. So they might be running Preachers instead of Broncos, maybe even instead of Glissers. Which makes Helix and Paw Patch a little, and Smite a little worse. Preacher of the Schism is hard for us to deal with. It's basically just Overlord of the Boiler Builders that does it. I think Hauntwoods gets cut because they're going to have ways to destroy artifacts and enchantments. I think Binding might be a little worse. I think Helix... They're not putting on a massive amount of pressure. I think Helix goes, this can exile a knight. This can deal with Archfiends, can deal with the Ritual Chamber. Is Archfiend of the Dross... It's not an artifact or anything. Leyline Binding is a little bit worse because they are going to have, like, Maelstrom pulse and stuff. 4 Sunfalls is good. Get Lost is essential. They're going to bring in their Planeswalkers, right? So maybe Sunfall is a bit weaker. They're going to bring in, like, Vivians and Nissas. So... maybe I need the Leyline Binding. And maybe it's cut to Sunfall. I don't know if that's right. Nah, I don't know. Glissa has to attack. I don't know if, Elspeth's being 1 mana cheaper is pretty significant, I think. Well, we have a removal spell. Not a great hand, but it casts Xur, and it casts Get Lost. And it gives us a Surveil. Boiler Bilges. Can't keep that here, can I? Well, find that again later. Do I need to hold up Get Lost on turn 3? I mean, Xur on turn 3 is not really that interesting. So let's do that. Let's hold up Get Lost. Good stuff. Yeah, so not having green here is pretty dumb. I should have thought ahead about that. We don't need a 3rd cavern. But we wouldn't want to play Xur next turn anyway, so maybe we can reactively Paw Patch. That doesn't help. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Rough spot to be in. Need to find an answer for this Sheoldred. Llanowar Elves in the bin. This becomes a 3/3 creature. All creature types, okay. They're going all in on the Sheoldred. They must have another one in hand. They keep the Annex. We have the Paw Patch for that. Ugh, do I need to use this and make a food and try and find an answer to Sheoldred now? It's better than it staying in hand. It's gotta be, yeah. I think I have to find an answer for Sheoldred. And I have to hold up Paw Patch for the Unholy Annex. No Sheoldred answer. So, what I want to do here is untap land Xur. This is Plains. That's Plains too. So we go. This is on Avatar, so... I have to get Xur on the board, because I have to be mana efficient here, so I can play answers if and when I draw them. Maybe I just have to chump block Sheoldred here. I think I do. But if we get a single... Overlord, then it can gain all the life back. So I think I don't chump block with Xur. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. If they have a kill spell, if they have 2 kill spells, then we're just gonna lose. Yeah, so now I'm chump blocking. Do I need to dig with Core Patch? I think no. Oh, it's too many lands. Okay. If I Core Patch, find a kill spell, kill Shouldered, then they don't quite have lethal, so no, I'll go down to 3 and then we'll have lethal, so that is that. Bit unlucky with all the land there. Shouldered. That's a card. That's a card that we probably want Sunfall in for. Smite. You think Helix is better than Smite? I feel like they're a bit redundant. I don't really like having both, to be honest. What is bad against them? Xur is very good against them. Beanstalk is very good against them. I can see cutting the Overlord of the Hauntwoods because it's the one that has probably... Is Herd Migration good against them? Is Herd Migration essential for this deck? Is it an essential part of my mana base? I don't know. Smite sucks. Well, then why is it in the deck? It exiles a knight. I think it's better for that reason. Oh, it's for mice. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll take your word for it. Sam, I'll put 1 Helix in. Am I supposed to run all 4 Sunfalls? I'm gonna. 1 Helix, 4 Sunfalls. We win this game by cutting off their card advantage, I think. Risky hand. I think it has to be a mole. Do you think we can find a green source with 2 Surveils? I think we can do it. I don't know. I think we can get there. But I don't know. This is a lot better. So we keep this. We have our forest plains. We can put those plains back. Don't need the forest. Have a duress. Duress on a multi-6 is pretty brutal. But they didn't get the Sunfall, so that's somewhat nice. Core Patch might be drawing a card here. Can't afford to take turn 3 off. Yeah, we got to get back in this. We're still kind of taking turn 3 off. Yeah, we've got to hit a land. This does give us Leyline Binding though. So we might just eat a food, we might Leyline Binding something. Depends what they do. There's a Glisser, so I'm going to eat the food. And hopefully we Sunfall this thing. If we don't, we can Leyline Binding it. We have Get Lost and Binding Open. That's good enough. That is good enough. My hope is that they have an answer for the... No, I think I have to... If they have, like, Tear Asunder, then they get this attack, which is really bad, right? But if they Tear Asunder the Leyline Binding, they get this attack, they draw a card and lose a life. And then, hopefully, next turn... Yeah, I think I actually am going to Leyline Binding the Glisser, running the risk of instant speed artifact and enchantment removal. They didn't have a Tear Asunder, they must have a Maelstrom Pulse. We have to be careful of that. But still, we take 3. I'm sure they're going to try and find a way to... okay, so I think they're going to find a way to get their Glisser back. I think it makes sense to just play to the board. Do I want to... Oh, I think having Sunfall open is going to be really important, right? So maybe I just make the land and take 6. Or do I make the creatures, save 6 life, try and draw the land? We'll try and draw the land. No, we'll make the land. Yeah, we'll make the land. Because if they have a Planeswalker here, they destroy Leyline Binding. Like, if they go land, Nissa for 5 mana, destroy Leyline Binding, get Glisser back, then we definitely want a Sunfall in that spot. Oh, very prudent advice, Sam. Always assume you're going to draw your worst card. They have a full grip. Frill back. Destroy the Leyline. Good stuff. Love to see it. Shame about up Beanstalk there. But still, that's a really good Sunfall. Annex. We can get lost that. And then okay, Lightning Helix. So, this is definitely... I mean, am I supposed to play to the board? I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to cut off their card advantage, like I said I would. There's a Cavern of Souls. We have double red, we have double green, we have double white. We're not playing counter spells, so we actually are supposed to name Wizard here. And we have both of our spells, we have Get Lost and Lightning Helix up. Yeah. This is Sorcery Speed. Am I supposed to just get that gone now? If they unlock this for 5... I think I am supposed to take out the Annex now before they get their 6/6 out of it. Yeah, I'm going to do this at Sorcery Speed. Because we actually don't have a clean answer to the 6/6 right now. They have another 6/6 anyway. Play out the Dread Knight. Go on. Okay, there's a Zer. That is good. And we are finally up on cards. Just in time for Overlord to become a creature. Next turn, we do if we attack. No, we don't have Zer plus Mistborns. Would have loved to land there. Would have loved to land there too, to be honest. So this is Lightning Helix, the Glissa. Probably gonna get lost this. But I think Helix was a lot better than Smite there. Yes, I'll do that. I don't need to gain the life, so I'm just gonna attack. So I can get lost this and incubate one of these bad boys. And again, I do think the most important thing is cutting off their card advantage. So I'm going to do this at sorcery speed. I know it's controversial, but again, I don't have a super clean answer into the 6/6, and I definitely do want to stem their card flow. They have a third one, no problem. But they make the 6/6 anyway. We will make a 4/4. Alright, so this is... I mean, we can block the 6/6 for quite a while. Do I trade these? I think I do. I think since I have the backup one in hand, yeah. Force the trade. What with this? This is a 2/2, so they'd be taking 8. Yeah. That does seem pretty good, huh? Alright, I need... if I force the trade, I have 1, 2, 3... I have 6 mana left over. I can Zer... and Hauntwoods. So I need green, green, blue, black, white. Let's just hope the auto attacker does it for me. Eat the 4/4, go down to 1. Are you sure, opponent? Okay. So let's impend this. Laser. So let's add blue. No, let's play the island. Let's add blue, black, white, Zer. Oh, I could have Zerred the Beanstalk. Smart. That's a good play, Sam. I missed that. That's a very good play. I did miss that, but yeah, Zer the Beanstalk, and then force the trade. Archfiend. Not doing enough here. Second Annex, that gains them 4 life. But still, they have 2 creatures in play. Let's go for the throat. Yeah, okay. I might have just lost this game. Fuck. Shit. Okay. Oh, well done seeing that play, Sam. That was pretty good. I was supposed to Zer the Beanstalk and then force the trade. Yeah, that was a tricky play. That was close. Okay. Good game. Good game. I'm starting to feel warmed up with Standard. Starting to feel warmed up with Standard. Although I think we've seen like 3 decks. And anytime I see a new deck, it's like, what does this do? I do think the Dimir mid-range decks looks really fun. I just also don't like I don't like playing the best decks in the format. I don't have as much fun that way. Same with like do you remember the Dimir Rogues deck from the Zendikar Rising meta, I think? With like Soaring Thought Thief and I can't remember any of the cards, but that deck was like, shit, this is exactly the kind of deck I like to play. Like, blue-black rogues, this is absolutely me to a T. But then because it was the best deck in the format, I didn't want to play it. Wasn't doing it for me. Anyway, while we're waiting for a game, folks, if you are enjoying the stream, please drop a follow. That is the best way to tell me that you are enjoying the stream. And then it helps make sure that you have the chance to come back here and hang out again. If you are new here, welcome in. It's great to have you here. If you would like, you could drop me a follow on Blue Sky at Sultan Josh, or subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sultan Josh. All easy. Sultan Josh everywhere. Consistent branding. It's all super new. So if you go to the YouTube channel now, there's not going to be much there, but we are going to be uploading a couple of videos a week, so it will fill out. It will, I'll build the content. Head68, very threatening name. Ugh. Okay, this is better. Opponent kept 7. Yeah, so I mean, I keep this. Am I supposed to put a leyline binding back? I think I am. Or am I supposed to put Zer back? Leyline binding goes down to cost 3 less. Goes down to 3, so I think actually maybe Zer goes back. YouTube.com/SultanJosh doesn't work. I think Zer goes back. What do you mean, Sam? Why would it not work? The page isn't available. Interesting. Okay. Up the Beanstalk is fantastic. I'll have a look at that after this. Okay, we are off to a pretty good start. Against Golgari again. Am I going to need to leyline binding anything? Is this a forest and a plains? I might leyline binding something, so I'm going to name Avatar. Yeah, we'll bind in this Aggressor. Draw a card. Another Sunfall. Let's surveil. Boiler Bilges is good. And we hold up another leyline binding. We have double Sunfall in hand. Hold up binding for Demon Room or Glizzy. Yeah. Yeah, so if they have the Duress taking the leyline binding, sure. And we am I casting this with Impending for 4 damage now, or as a creature for 6 next turn? I think I'm going to do it for 4 now because I get the card draw off it. a second one. So now we get to do both. We get to do both of those things. Weird scoot. Weird scoot. Okay. Against Golgari, what did we do last time? Poor patches in. I think that's it, really. I don't think there's anything else that really needs to come in. What's bad against Golgari? Probably the Overlord of the Hauntwood seems a bit weak. Because, yeah, it just does. It just feels a little bit weak. I think we need Get Lost for their Planeswalkers. We need Poor Patch. You think Overlord doesn't seem weak? Because they have so much enchantment removal, at least these two affect the board. Like, affect the board state. Sorry, the Boiler Builders and Mistmores, they affect the board state when you play them. So if you play them and then they get removed, you don't feel so bad. But Hauntwoods, I know it ramps you a land, but it feels real bad if you do nothing but make a land. And it does make binding a lot better, that's true. But then what do I cut? What do I cut? The enchantment creatures might all be a little bit worse. If they're gonna bring Sheoldred in, maybe Boiler Builders is a bit worse. And a Mistmores, actually. Sheoldred, they are going to bring Sheoldred in against us. So maybe I'm just going to trim. You think cut Helix? I can see that. It does not hit Sheoldred. And we keep our core of Overlords. Okay. Yeah, I think they're going to bring Sheoldred in against us. They're going to bring in, like, Maelstrom Pulse. Nobody seems to be playing Terra Sunder nowadays, which is interesting to me. We might have just got lucky, but... Oh. That's a mulligan. This is much better. So we keep this. I don't really want to put away any of these cards. I think I need all 3 lands. I think I need the Herd Migration. I think I need all these cards. Do you think I'd drop the Herd Migration? Yeah, okay. Alright. No turn 1 Duress. Turn 1 Elves. Maybe just as scary. We Surveil. I'll keep a Hauntwoods. Gets me up to the Sunfall. Duress takes probably Beanstalk. I think that's a smart thing for them to take. Still, this isn't so bad. Well, we'll see what they do this turn. They have a 4 mana play to make. No, Unholy Annex. So, a land that lets us play Leyline Binding would be lovely, like that. I'm just gonna. Well, actually, they can't. If they go land 6/6, I can wipe the board. But they know I have the Sunfall in hand. Yeah, they know about the Sunfall. And I really do want to stem their card advantage. I think that's how they beat us. So I'm going to take this out now. No, I should have done that at instant speed. Yeah, that was definitely meant to be an instant speed play. That was silly. At least I noticed my mistakes pretty quickly, you know? Okay, let's ramp and Sunfall gets us there. Hopefully. Yeah, all they have to do is unlock the Unholy Annex. And then, like, the Sunfall is a bit worse. Leaving 2 mana open. Cool. 4 Patch Formation. Good card. Okay. Can I take another 4? Yeah. I think I pass the turn here. Wait, no. I Overlord here, of course. You think kill the elves? They don't have a land? I wanna... No. Because if they don't have a land, they're pretty highly inclined to make the demon. And then I can wipe the board next turn. So I think this is... Cast with Impending, hold up Paw Patch Formation, pass turn. I have 1 card in hand. They are, I think, are going to hope it's not Paw Patch Formation. Hopefully what they do here is unlock the Ritual Chamber. There you go. There's a Leyline Binding, but yeah, we've got a good Sunfall here. Holding up Leyline Binding is awesome. We've cut off their card advantage, and we're in a good spot. That's the thing with the Golgari deck. I think you beat it by just making sure that they don't draw cards, you know? Like, they make a 6/6 here. Anything else? I'm gonna just take this off the field. We have 6 mana. 6 isn't 7. That's real annoying. I guess we make chump blockers. Just so anti-elves. Elf racist in the chat. I love Lanora Elves. It's one of my favorite cards. Block. Shoulder. Should I hold out for another Sunfall? This thing's not really doing anything right now. They have a Terra Sunder. I'm gonna just spend the mana on this now. Okay, they're gonna Terra Sunder that. Now I can triple block their demon if needs must. And I will trade for the Sheoldred if they offer. Yep. They have 1 card in hand. If it's a kill spell, it's rough, but I'm fine with this. I'm not fine with that. And that's game, right? Okie doke. 1-1. Yeah, cutting Lightning Helix was definitely correct. Don't think there's any other plays I would make. What went wrong that game? It went pretty well, to be honest. They just had all the enchantment removal that they needed. Oh, this deck is so fragile to the enchantment removal. Like, that's the thing I'm not liking about it. I guess Frillback is a pretty good answer to a turn 3 annex. And it's pretty good on the play too. I mean, it's a good hand. We start with the Portico. I have double green, I have double white, I have 1 red. I think actually, I guess this gives me Cavern of Souls on Zer, so I'm gonna keep that on top. Am I gonna herd migration for a land? No, I don't need it. I might hard cast herd migration. Yeah. Don't need that. There is a Dread Knight, we have a Get Lost. So, we're definitely getting the Overlord of the Hauntwoods online here. And then passing a turn. Next turn, we might go ahead and Get Lost something. Or play a tap land and impend an Overlord of the Mistlords. So we could make the 2/1s here. We don't have to Get Lost that. Is it risky making the 2/1s here? They have 2 kill spells. They use it on the 2/1s. They destroy Overlord of the Hauntwoods. That's all That's all terrible stuff to allow to happen. But I think it might be right. I think we're going to get to block Glisser here. If they spend their whole turn destroying one of these, I don't think it's that bad. There is an Archfiend of the Dross. We have nothing we can do with 6 mana. These are both 7, so I guess we'll play Elegant Parlor out. We'll keep another Get Lost. Have to Get Lost the Glisser, chump the Archfiend. What do they do if they just lose the game? Like, do they have a way to... Oh, now they have a way to sacrifice. Okay.
Enough with the mysteries.
Let's see what they do with Lily.
I've come for answers.
I sacrifice my creature.
Off you go.
Okay, let me think. So we have to Get Lost the Glisser. Take massive damage, and we can't herd migration here to gain life because we have Get Lost on top. For the Archfiend of the Dross. So we go Cavern of Souls, name Wizard. I have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. So I think I just need to make chump blockers here. Do I need to gain the life? No. I think this is cast with impending, hold up, get lost. Probably discarding herd migration.
Drop it.
Maybe I was supposed to cycle the herd migration to just be up on 3 life. Tear us under the Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Who was that? Toast, thank you for the follow, guy. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome in, I hope you enjoy yourself here. Okay. We place the block. We place the second block. We can take out Liliana next turn. And then our Overlord of the Mistmores comes online. So we could do it with a good top deck. We could do it with the opponent not having something really good. I will absolutely take a Sunfall here.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
That was the good draw we needed. We should be in it to win. I've got 4 maps. But yeah, we should be in a pretty good spot now. Got to be somewhat cautious of the Trample and the Dread Knight. Archive, we've got to play it. Do I have to keep this back to block the Dread Knight? If it becomes a 6 power creature, they put 3 counters on it, then it's a lethal threat, so I need to keep the 3/3 back. Because it would trample through our 2/1s. Now, if they go kill spell on the 3/3 and then map, then it's game. Okay, we're safe. It's all good. Roll back. Coming down next turn. Tear us under the 6/6 feels weird. I think I have to not take that extra point of damage. So I'm losing both my creatures, but get lost. Roll back. It is an ETB. They have nothing with haste, so we can attack. Maybe I'm supposed to Oh, their manland? Yeah. Shit. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess I have to hold up Get Lost for the manland at any point. It's a rough spot. It is a rough spot to be in. We have to draw an Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Okay. That is not it. Yeah, we have to draw Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, and then Zer. Swamp on the top. Do they know about the Reckless Cottage? Alright, this is it. This is the turn. We need Overlord of the Boiler Bilges to block. That doesn't do it. Let's see if they forgot about their Restless Cottage. They did not. Ugh. The deck is cool. It does feel so fragile. Yeah. Zer seems pretty important, actually, for adding that extra layer of protection to your enchantment creatures. So, is that something we need to think about? Is Zer important for the deck? Does he push you further ahead, or is he critical to the game plan? I think he's critical to the game plan post sideboard, because everybody sideboards in ways to answer your big enchantment creatures, and Zer, I don't think they've really played too much around Zer yet. So I think, what about an Esper Zer deck? The lands seem to be pretty tough at times. The lands are tough. The lands are the toughest thing about this deck for sure. I mean, this is a keep. Wait, we don't have a mountain or forest for this. Bullshit. But I am still going to keep it, because it's a good leyline binding hand. Kind of a mile, I agree. It's close. Fucking hell, two fucking sunfalls up the top, man. This is going so badly. Okay. Gotta do this. They're gonna get a turn with the Annex. I need this to enable the green. No, I can't keep that, can I? I'm gonna keep it. It's basically a green-red land. Where we are right now. Draw a card, lose a life. This isn't a mountain, is it? Yeah, so we drop the mountain. Leyline binding is online. I can answer a 6/6 because I have Sunfall, so let's try and goad them into committing to that. Duress. It's nothing. See, I like the avatars, but Atrax is just too sexy. What are you fucking talking about, Toes? You telling me that you don't think Overlord of the Hauntwoods is sexy enough? It's like full-on flashing you in this picture. I take one sample. Look how many toes this thing has, yeah. Weird play. Weird play in the face of sample. Yeah, they destroy the leyline binding. But, their shit's all locked. So we can go Hushwood, Hardcast, Leyline binding, something. Go for the throat. Am I going to binding the manland? Oh, it's an on-land. Shit. Motherfucker. Get Lost is a good draw, to be fair. This is a plane. No, this is an island, so... Yeah, Get Lost is a decent draw if they just power up the manland, but we'll see what they do. Do it! Yes, do it. Cool, they're in combat, so we can get rid of this. Am I chomping? I think I am. I think this, like, the draw... Like, I think we can... Oh, they have a kill spell. Okay. We're still... There's still plenty of ways we get back in this. Xur off the top would be great. Unholy Annex on the top for the opponent. Boiler Bilges is a good one. Still, making, like, getting Annex in play is still also quite good. They're gonna map it up. Xur. Helix? That's amazing! That's great here. Okay. Deal 4. Deal 3. Good top deck. Feels like deck not having manlands or fountain ports is what's rough. Yeah. I don't love 5-color decks. Applesauce is not good for them, unfortunately. We'll start with a Beanstalk. Well, I guess we'll get a cheeky Surveil in. Another Boiler Bilge is probably pretty good. Maybe I was supposed to hold the land so they couldn't transform this, but if they do... Does it come in with haste? Does it come in with Summoning Sickness, I should ask? Archfiend of the Dross, but we have boiler bilges on top, so we can deal with that. Actually, double boiler... Wait, they're going to gain 2 life here, right? Comes in tapped. Okay, so if I deal 8 to them, they don't die. So this is hard cast you, and I think we target down the Archfiend of the Dross. They gain 4 life back. But then we have a lethal swing back. Well, they're going to gain 2 life from this. Okay, interesting. If I were them, I would have drawn the card, but... 4 patch formation. They are... Yeah, same deck. So, yeah, Thrillback as a non-duressable answer to Ritual Chamber is good. I think Ritual Chamber is the card that we most desperately need to answer. Lightning Helix is not fantastic. I'm a bit real with you. Leyline Binding and Overlord of the Hauntwoods are not very good in this matchup. Leyline Binding might be worse. And we brought in 3 poor patches. We have the 3 get losts. I'm a little worried about the planeswalkers that they bring in. But I think I'm supposed to cut 3 leyline bindings. It's just too bad to leyline binding and then they just get the thing back, which they almost certainly will. So this is rough. I think that's a mulligan. I think this is a keep. Oh, what do I put back? This is green, this is red, we have no white. So, I mean, we keep this. I think I put the mountain back. Although, the mountain gives us double green. Doesn't matter. No, this is right, yeah. Beanstalk's gonna have to get us there. If they go Unholy Annex right now, I don't mind too much. Frill back in that spot felt a bit weird, to be honest. That turns on both of our lands, which is great. But I am going to up the Beanstalk. Hauntwoods, yeah, we're going to take some damage, but we can Hauntwoods next turn. We've got Cavern of Souls, Hauntwoods, and then we've got Elegant Parlor, Mistmoors. We're going to take a few turns of damage, but we're going to draw cards. They took the poor patch formation. Makes sense. I would like to draw a board wipe. This is a Surveil land too, right? So we name Avatar. We ramp. We draw. They're down to 2 cards in hand and they have no way to draw more right now. So as long as we keep them off their card advantage, we should stabilize and not die. 2 get lost. So this is Surveil. Don't need that. Make 2 2-1s. What the fuck was that? Sorry, why did they do that? why did they animate that land there? Oh, is it permanent? Oh, sick. Oh, it's not till end of turn. That's pretty cool. Still don't know if that was good. I mean, I guess they're pretty low on cards. There's the ritual chamber. So they're going to make a 6/6. So we have to double get lost here and take 5. Tough stuff. Yeah, I have to just double get lost, take 5. Buy myself another turn. Boiler Bilges is good. Might be too late for me to worry about the card advantage. I have to get rid of the 6/6. And then maybe I let them have the cards. Well, let's see them unlock it first. Do I take out the 3/3? Not with Boiler Bilges on top. Oh, it's so close! Are they going to just map? Okay. So we're gonna first get our Surveil on. Sunfall! I'll keep that on top, just to be safe. Hardcaster Boiler Bilges. We're not dead to map tokens because this becomes a creature. Still, I think Sunfall is prudent to take it. Go for the throat on top of the library. Okay, well, we're dead to that. We were dead to kill spell, but we tried our best, man. They did really well in being super aggressive there. If that's their game plan... So the question is, are they going to switch up their game plan on the draw? But given how that game went, Lightning Helix was looking a lot better. Was looking a lot better than Get Lost. But I still think... have you ever thought of extra replication? Toes, what the fuck are you talking about? What's extra replication? I don't think we change anything, because I think we still play to win a grindy game. They got pretty fortunate, I think, in that game in getting so aggressive so early, and we had not a whole lot of early plays. Yeah, I don't think extra replication is a Magic Gathering card, Toes. Also, on that note, I'm not even sure Atraxa has Toes. Let's check. Oh, I hate to break it to you. Oh, no, she does have Toes. Okay. We're going first. Just need one land. We just need one land, and this is good. We just need any one land. This gets so good if we draw one land. Risky keep, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Opponent mulliganed. Shit, should have mulliganed. Come on. One time! Motherfucker! And they have a turn one land. Okay, I deserve that, man. I deserve that. Yeah, this game's done. This game's done. We're just gonna scoop. We're just gonna scoop. We can do that. It was not a keep, okay? I'll give you that. It wasn't a keep. It was not a keep. That was not a hand we were supposed to keep. I admit. I admit when I'm wrong. I got a bit high on the hopium, but okay. Now that we've had a few games, I'll tighten up the play a little bit and not keep hands like that. I'll play like I'm in the Pro Tour. Alright, big brain engaged. Are you guys ready? You ready to see this? See, big brain enabled this great hand. Opponent mulled. Okay, they're playing the Simic Prowess deck. It can kill us pretty quick. But... don't need that. Not with an Overlord of the Hauntwoods in me hand. So this 4 mana flashback spell, 6 mana, 6 mana shock tornado type effect. Do they have a counter spell? If they do have a counter spell, I'd rather they use it here than on any of our other spells. So I think this is okay. Enduring Vitality. Bushwhack. Okay, so I do need to build up to Sunfall. This is definitely an Overlord's turn, right? Yeah. So we go Mountain, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and then next turn we go Island Sunfall. We reset the board, and then we start doing it all again. Defenses are down this turn, but they don't have the tools they need to win. I mean, they might if they play the Valley Floodcaller now. Do they just have combo potential between Enduring Vitality, Floodcaller? Is that all the combo requires? It might be, but they would need Valley Floodcaller and a non-creature spell to cast. They've just played a land, so they would need to go. I don't know how much Floodcaller costs. Looks like they don't have it. Are they holding up a counterspell for a Sunfall? Is that what they are doing? I think I hold up Lightning Helix. I go 1... green, green. Do you don't think they play counters? Don't think I need to do this just yet. I think I can make another land. and hold up the helix. Maybe just slam the Sunfall was correct, but we'll see. There's the Valley Flood Caller. Do they have a protection spell? Bounce two things? No sweat. No sweat. If they play these out now, it's a pretty nice Sunfall turn. Now we know they don't have a counterspell. And next turn we can Sunfall and Leyline Binding the Floodcaller. Although we could just... I think we're dead. Yeah, actually, potentially. They play the Floodcaller. They play the non-creature spell. They need to keep... How do they draw cards, though? They would need a draw effect that costs 2 mana or less. They didn't find it. This town ain't big enough. Yeah, they didn't have it. They would have needed a draw effect that cost 2 or less for the combo to work there. Bushwhack. So they have Storm Chaser's Talent, Valley Floodcaller, and this town ain't big enough. In hand. Attack with not the 2/2? Why not? They have 4 mana now, and they do what with it? They have enough mana to flash in Valley Floodcaller, but not if I exile all these creatures. So, this is tapped, right? So, this is just Sunfall. And now they have to make a decision. Well, there isn't really a decision, right? They don't have enough mana to cast this. They can't play out the Floodcaller. Oh, use Storm Chaser's Talent to return the bounce spell. Wait, how did they cast this? What the fuck does the spell do? Oh, right. Cost 3 less. Okay. I think we have to keep up the Leyline Binding. So I'm just going to play the tap land. Boiler Bilges seems good. I would have loved to find time to get more up the beanstalks on the battlefield, but we're doing fine. We're doing fine on cards, so it doesn't really matter. So we have to break their combo at the right moment. But none of their creatures have haste, so I don't think they can do a massive amount anyway. We've got to get this Enduring Vitality dealt with. That seems to be the key piece. Okay, Thunder Trap Trainer. They find an up the beanstalk. Do they have enough for Valley Floodcaller? They do. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I do need to hold up Leyline Binding. And so this is just Overlord now. Can't, I cannot cast another up the beanstalk. Let's name Wizard. Valley Flood Caller, they are currently tapped out, and I think I have to take this out. If they play this... Cast non-creature spells that they had flash. Yeah, if they play this, I don't have time to remove it before they can start doing stuff. So I think I've just got to get this off the field now. While their shields are down. Because next turn, like, now that the Boiler Builders is here, they can't really, they can't really play the Enduring Vitality. It won't stick around. Okay, view battlefield. So, Lightning Helix seems very good against this opponent. What is Enduring Vitality? Is it a 3/3 or something? So Lightning Helix it seems very good. I don't think destroying the Enduring Vitality is good enough. What are they going to bring in against me? I have no idea. I have no idea what they're going to do post sideboard. But I think destroying their enchantments is not enough. I really need to exile them. Exiling their graveyard seems okay. But Ghost Vacuum might be more useful than Get Lost. Is the flashback like an important part of their plan? I don't know if it really is. I'm going to play this and just try and keep them off their combo. I was considering sideboarding in to fight back against splashback, but I don't think that's actually a critical part of what they're doing. Well, this is a keep. It's a bit slow, but it is a keep. Still, if they can win before turn 4, then we are certainly in some trouble. Another Overlord of the Hauntwoods? No. One is enough. Tarnation Vista. If I were to herd migration, wouldn't really help with anything. Thrill back to exile their yard is decent, yeah. But I don't know if I don't know. I actually don't know this deck, so I don't know if the flashback is like a really important part of what they're doing. If they have the Otter this turn and then the Enduring Vitality, then I'm just done for, right? Do I have to hold up Leyline Binding? Do I have to go and get Forest Plains? Do I have to go and keep Leyline Binding up? It might be that I do, yeah. So we have Forest Plains. We can go and get... Let's see, we've got double green, double white. We don't have double red. We could go get the mountain. No, we have Cavern of Souls, so we can go and get the swamp. We can play the swamp. And then we can hold up Leyline Bindings for like the rest of the game. That was the correct play, I think. I'd love to find time to ramp, but we'll need an untapped land, right? Actually, we can do it next turn. We can Overlord of the Hauntwoods, hold up Leyline Binding by playing Hushwood Verge. Hit me for one. They didn't play a land. They did not play a land. I guess I should Cavern of Souls. Whoa, easy there, buddy. I want to keep my white up. Just in case they are running counter spells, I think Cavern of Souls is pretty busted here. Or patch formation. They missed a land, so let's just keep them off of this thing. Keep them on the back foot. There's an Enduring Vitality. We'll take that too. We will take that too. Archive. To reroll. Am I going to take it now? It's currently ramping them, so yeah. They've missed a couple lands, so I'm going to take their mana, the mana door, right? If they go land, buy back, Paw Patch, I think we've bought enough time to probably swing the game as long as we don't flood out too much. Beanstalk helps to mitigate that threat. But if they didn't draw a land here, then we're in a great spot. So I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. Herd Migration. Well, let's do Cavern of Souls on Wizard. And we can cast Herd Migration next turn. Did they draw another Flood Caller? They Paw Patch to get their Flood Caller back. Okay. I think they were supposed to take the Enduring Vitality. Because I think they need the mana, to be honest. But let's see, we've tried our best. Well, there's the Enduring Vitality. So is that game? They have to have a 2-mana way to draw a bunch of cards. They have to have a 3-mana, 4-mana way to draw a bunch of cards. Do they have the card advantage engine? Yep. Do they? Yeah, they've got to keep drawing cards, right? But still, this is an attack for not quite lethal. Gets me down to 6, right? They are doing really well with 3 lands, to be fair. We survived the attack. Sunfall off the top one time. No. Okay, let's go. Lush Portico. Mistmoors. Guns up the board, that's kind of what we need. And unless they, I guess they can get back their... No, they have no card draw effects available to them right now. As long as they don't draw too many cards, we might get away with this. They got back the Totentans, so if they X equals 6, can they do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, X equals 5, and that draws them a card. Untaps all their creatures. So they now basically have infinite mana, but they need to keep drawing cards. And I have to play for a Sunfall. Are they going to time out before they can do all of this? They level up Storm Chaser's talent. Unsummon. And attack. Okay, so... I do have to play for, wait, is this just lethal? It is just lethal? Motherfucker. Yeah, so okay. How... Leyline Binding just feels so bad when it's just so fragile. Get Lost might be better. Than a Binding. Frillback does seem good as, again, a way to answer a few of their things. Might be better than Bindings. Although, making creatures isn't really winning this game. So maybe Herd Migration can be cut. Maybe Overlord of the Mistmoors can be cut. Because, yeah, the creatures are not winning this game. In fact, I don't know how we do win this game. No, I do. I know how we win this game. But they just they win on the board so hard that I think maybe it could be cutting the Overlord of the Mistmoors. I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to try it. Just because the 2-1s are just no good. At least, no, actually, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Hard Migration was meant to be the cut there. Well, let's keep. It's a turn 2 Get Lost. It's a turn 3 Overlord. Don't need 3 Zers. 2 is probably more than enough. Okay, well, awkward spot for a helix, but it is all right. Up the beanstalk. Do I care about up the beanstalk? I don't think I can. I think I have to focus my removal on the combo pieces. So I think this, as much as I'd love to get Meticulous Archive into play, this is definitely making everywhere land. And then next turn we can hold up Helix and get lost. And then the following turn we have Zur plus removal spell. So it's okay. Zur does make the leyline binding a lot better, because if you can animate it in response to removal, then... Alright, Sunfall is nice there. Another Overlord of the Hauntwoods. I don't think I want that, do I? What I want is more interaction to make sure we can deal with their combo pieces. There's an Enduring Vitality. Am I going to Sunfall that? I think it's good enough to just Sunfall this thing. Do I want to... Yeah. Yeah, we like getting that thing exiled is important. We can save the destroy spells for Valley Flood Callers when they come down. Land go. Seems weird. Seems weird. I think this is Zur and hold up protection / removal. There's a Flood Caller. Do we Helix this? Or do we get lost this? Helix. I'm gonna bounce it, okay. If they go land and they have double Flood Caller, we're in a bit of trouble, but... Oh, that's an interesting land. Boiler Bilges isn't really it right now. Let's start with Zer again. Just don't really want to run the risk of playing the Beanstalk. And like tapping down and giving them an opening to combo off. Or patch formation, destroying this. Okay. Zer comes down, and they are open to us removing the Flood Caller. And then next turn, we can Boiler Bilges and animate it with Zer. Yeah, we can Beanstalk, Boiler Bilges, and then the following turn we can animate it. Storm Chaser's talent. There's an Enduring Vitality. 2 Boiler Bilges. Is that achieving anything? Cavern of Souls, probably a good draw, to be honest, right? Name Avatar. Just in case they have a counter. Okay, I mean, I don't actually want to target this. I think I'm going to take down the 1/1. No attacks. Hopefully, Overlord of the Boiler Bilges can just keep them off momentum for the rest of the game. Because none of their creatures are going to stick around very long. Match is tough. The match is tough. We are not in a bad position, but the opponent can combo off at literally any moment, which is really hard to play around, you know? The combo deck is tough, yeah. I think our deck just gives you time. Our deck is not super reactive. So this does kind of feel like a tough matchup. There is a Valley Flood Caller on top of the library. Bitter Reunion. So now they can play the Flood Caller. They have tap land. Okay. Taking 5. Overlord of the Hauntwoods doesn't do it. So if the Floodcaller comes down next turn, we are in some serious trouble. But I don't really see that we have any... You want Rest in Peace or this deck and the Agatha's Cauldron decks? Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, okay, what I want to do is I want to hit him in the face. Get this dead. Hold back the other one. I do want to cast a creature this turn. Do I just want to hard cast this? No, because I would love to draw some interaction. So I'm actually going to... What do they have for... Well, they could have lots of things for 2 mana, I suppose. I tapped my mountain. That's really annoying. But no, it's fine, isn't it? The lifelink is not irrelevant here. If I have to Cavern of Souls for green. Green. White. I have to impend this. Try and draw an interactive spell. That is not it. But they do still have some shit to contend with. I meant to impend this. I messed it up, but it's fine because we didn't draw interaction anyway, but my intention was to impend this. So if they're not careful, we can get them dead. If they spent this turn setting up, then we have a lethal swing back because we can animate our Beanstalk. Deal 8 damage straight to their face. Get them down to 5. Alright, let's see what they got. Off to watch the footy, enjoy the stream. Enjoy the footy, Sam. Sorry about the Liverpool game. That is pretty heartbreaking that you didn't get to go, but enjoy the footy from the comfort of your own home. Oh, I think I'm just gonna sort of mentally check out and let the opponent do their thing here. We're tapped out. Have fun with your foot fetish. Yeah, people who enjoy football are notoriously all foot fetishists. That's why they like football. Alright. You have 1 mana remaining. can you find a way to... Like, can you cast a non-creature spell? Motherfucker! They found it. They found it. But still, all that does is untap these two, give them 2 more mana. Oh, but they collect evidence, they get... they can't cast that, can they? They can't cast that Bloodcaller. They torch the tower Zer. It's alright, we've got a backup Zer. If they do kill it, but they've got 2 mana left, 3 cards in hand. What the fuck? I think they just embarrassed themselves. So what were they trying to do? I don't know what that was. I don't know what I really thought they had it. And even our swing back is not, as far as they're aware, not for lethal yet. Maybe they can't, like, I think we would have won if they didn't have anything that turn, but that scoop was a bit bizarre. That scoop was a bit bizarre. Oh, God, I've got to stretch. Huh, okay, that absolutely fried me. That game did. Okay, my lovelies, this is the plan. We've been playing Magic for 3.5 hours. I'm enjoying Standard. I like this deck. I might build a new one, but we'll see. What I'm going to do, I think the plan is, over the next few streams, I'm going to get more used to Standard. Oh, hold on. I'm going to get more used to Standard. We're going to get, like, to grips with what's going on in Standard. And then maybe I'll play some of the other meta decks. But the goal is going to be at some point in December to start brewing some new stuff for Standard. That's kind of what I want to go down. I feel like playing Constructed. I feel like brewing for Standard. So that is what you can expect from future streams. We're going to play some more meta decks over the next few weeks. And then we're going to be brewing. There might be some limited in there from time to time, but we'll see. We'll see. Whatever you guys want to see, I'll consider as well. The plan for this week is I'm going to be away. I'm going to be away on business for the next week or so. So Tuesday stream and Friday stream are not happening. Next Sunday stream, we'll be back with more Magic. And the plan for the rest of today is I'm going to take a short break, just like 10 minutes or so. We'll cut to an intermission and we're going to come back and we're going to play some Dragon Age the Veilguard. So if you are here for the Magic content, then thank you for joining me. I would love to have you here again. You are absolutely welcome. I hope you enjoy the stream. Feel free to drop a follow. I would appreciate that, and it'll help you find the stream again in future. And after the break, fair warning to you, we're going to be switching over to Dragon Age the Veilguard. So I'm going to just, because my brain is fried, and I'm just going to play bad Magic right now. So I'm going to sit back. We're going to chuck on Veilguard. We're going to switch off brain and chill. We're gonna have a chill Sunday. I'm gonna stream for probably 2 p.m. right now, so I think 2 more hours, and then I have got plans this evening. So we're gonna keep streaming for a couple of hours, but that is gonna be Dragon Age. So if you're up for sticking around for that, then fantastic. I'd love to have you here. Otherwise, feel free to jump across to watching some other Magic content. Thank you, Toes. Thank you, Toes. I need the good luck because we're playing Dragon Age on the hardest difficulty that we can. That allows us to change difficulty if we need to, because it is my first playthrough. So I thought that kicking it all the way up to like the grossly hard content was not a good idea. No sweat if you're not here for the Dragon Age Veilguard. Oh, you're not DEI age. Oh, that's a cringe take, dude. That's a cringe take. I'm sorry, but I mean, actually, you might be right. I haven't played enough of the game. We're super early on in the game. I've tried to sort of not read up anything about it, but it seems good so far. But we are very early on. We're like 10 hours in or something like that. Still, if you haven't played the game, I don't think you can form your own opinion. Maybe you have, and maybe I'll agree with you by the end, but I don't think that's super likely, my man. I don't think that's super likely. Anyway, I'm going to cut to a break. We're going to refresh my drink, stretch a little, say hi to the cat, and then we'll be back with some Dragon Age the Veilguard content. But if you do want more Magic content, tune in next Sunday, and we'll be back with more Magic content. So again, Tuesday, Friday not happening. Sunday will always, well, I mean, most of the streams I will kick off with Magic content. So if you do want to see more Magic content, just tune in. I think it's always going to be Magic, and then maybe if I start to tire out later, sort of last half of the stream, I might switch to a different game. All right, Toes, I'm gonna read this out. How do you go from being able to sell a kid into slavery to not being able to be mean in the slightest? Lol, it was just disappointing. I have unfortunately no idea what you're talking about because I have not played enough of the game. But do you know what? Come back. I don't know, like, we'll talk about it once I'm further into the game. I'll let you know if I feel like, because I do think you should have the option to be evil in a video game. But I think well, I don't know yet. I'm trying to talk about it, but ultimately I keep running into the fact that I haven't seen enough of the game, man. Right now, I haven't experienced what you're describing. But we'll see. We'll talk about it another time, yeah? Yeah, give it like a month. Let me finish the game. And then I will give you my unfiltered, true opinion. But I do think you have to approach stuff like this by not feeding into the online discourse, because it's almost never valuable, to be honest. It's almost like the online mainstream discourse almost never tells you that good things are good and that bad things are bad. It's almost always, useless. So you got to enjoy the game. You've got to try to enjoy the game. You've got to form your own opinion. Okay, sweet. Well, look, if you are gonna head off, jump off across to another stream, then enjoy yourself, and I'll catch you in a future stream. But yeah, we're gonna cut to a break now, and I'll be back in 5-10 minutes, and we're gonna jump on Dragon Age. All right, see you in 10.